Hello and welcome to another episode of Pop Culture News and Reviews. Not episode, issue, but it's issue 66 is what we're calling this one. And, well, it's number 66 and the name will come based on what we talk about at some point because that's what we do here. When I say we, I of course mean me and my co-host Sevi, who is joining me through the magic of technology.
The interwebs.
The interwebs, the internets, the Skypes, the Zooms, whatever you want to call it. That's what he's doing. He's doing all of them. We're doing all of them once just in case one goes down. Everything's going. But we are socially distancing because that's what you do nowadays if someone in the house gets sick. And it's a long weekend here and we don't want to ruin anyone's weekend by getting another person sick. So here we are. Sevi, man, what have you been watching?
What have I been watching? I didn't watch anything. But I've been listening to stuff because I've had a pretty big week.
Yeah.
And no, I've just been smashing out some Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
And he's got a good little I was listening to something, he's got a good little take on the UAPs. Now,
UAPs.
UAPs, that's right. I was hoping you'd tick onto that. That's now what we call UFOs.
Right, because, and I had this tweet a while ago, man, that I put out there and I don't think it got the level of, like, you know when you say something and you're like, oh yeah, I really like this, and then it just doesn't get any traction and you're like,
yeah, no one bites.
Was I wrong on this one or?
Yeah.
But I was like, man, anything can be a UFO if you're just really bad at identifying things.
Well, that's it. And that's what I don't, like, I was telling the missus about it, that they've changed the name. And she's like, but a UFO is an unidentified flying object. I'm like, I know, but it's the stigma behind it that is stuck with it for aliens. Because now the Navy and the Air Force and everyone is starting to release videos of things that they've got that they're now calling UAPs, which is an unidentified aerial phenomenon. Yeah. It's a mouthful. But that's what they're going with, to try and drag people away from UFOs and aliens.
From saying it's an alien video. And they're like, I didn't see an alien there. Like,
yeah, that's right.
Said it was an alien.
Now, I was listening to this because it always comes up on Joe Rogan's thing. He's talking to different people about stuff, scientists, and he had the pilot on there that was chasing that Tic Tac UFO that got released. But I can't remember who he was talking to this week about something, but it was he had a good take on the UAPs that they're not actually aliens.
Yeah.
They're not from this world, but they're not aliens. They're drones.
Right.
Surveillance.
Right. Yeah.
Because he goes, and you look at it this way. What have we just done on Mars? We brought in a helicopter, which lowered down a rover that can now drive around on the surface. He goes, if you were a Martian and you saw that, you'd think there was aliens inside of it, driving it. But there's not. It's radio controlled from another planet. So he goes, if these guys are a lot more advanced than we are, then why can't they control them from a different planet, a different galaxy? Yeah. And it's like, that's a bit of a mind-blowing moment to think of it that way. It's like there is no actual aliens here, but their tech is here.
Yeah, I don't mind that, eh?
Which makes sense because we're doing the same thing on Mars and the moon.
Yeah.
So it's more believable.
There's like aliens out there like hiding just out of the bloody like peripheral of the rover being like, can you see this thing?
They're basically just standing right behind the camera. They see the camera turning around, so they just walk around behind it.
Like a whole civilization. Yeah. I think there was a
pick it up and move it. No, it's like Inhumans. Remember Inhumans?
Yeah.
Inhumans, how the whole thing they're in a dome on the moon, but it's just a set like Wakanda.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
Well, that's I think it was the Far Side at a comic. It was literally two aliens standing there with like this painting of like a rocky horizon. And they're just like standing in front of the rover.
And they just move around with it when it's looking at stuff. It's just the same footage.
Oh man.
Hey, well who's to say they don't have the bloody Favreau tech of the Mandalorian? They're just putting a big whole sheet there with a image showing up on it, so when the camera pans around it sees the background. Yeah. But really it's not going anywhere.
Oh man, who knows what they're doing, eh?
But yeah, I thought it was a good little take on it. So I'm like, hey, why not? We'll talk about that. It blew my mind, so maybe it might blow someone else's.
Oh
But the
man,
real
Blue
question
Mountain's
is, what
awesome.
did you watch
Oh, I've listened to
or
stuff as
listen
well.
or
Yeah, listening.
interact with?
Stephen Fry has done a new audiobook. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
listening to that between jobs, you know.
Yeah, nice.
But this one, so before he was doing stuff where he was like uh, dramatizing the Battle of Troy and stuff like that, which I spoke about before. This one is called Making History. And he's actually written this book. He wrote the other ones too, but obviously. But it's about a young history dude who meets a physicist and they figure out that they can alter history pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's and it's like it's written really well in the way of that, like, you know, they try to do something and then something else happens because they don't realize the repercussions of time. But this dude's a physicist, so he's thinking really hard about what things can go wrong, and then stuff goes wrong, and he's like, "Oh, damn, I didn't predict that," kind of thing. But no, it's cool. Like the synopsis for it's basically, together they realize they have the power to alter history and eradicate a great evil. But tinkering with timelines is more dangerous than they can imagine, and nothing past, present, or future will ever be the same again.
Like Deadpool killing baby Hitler.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's written so well. Like, he is such a good writer, Stephen Fry.
Yeah. Well, he's probably had help with it too.
Oh, he definitely has, yeah. But his voice is just incredible as well, you know?
It's like that's like for me. So I feel like him for you is like Dan Carlin for me.
Yeah.
It's just their voice. It's like it literally holds you.
Yeah.
When they're talking, like everything they say sort of means something.
Yeah. Oh, it's man. And you just believe everything they say too. Like, he'd just say anything to me and I'd be like, yeah, definitely.
Hitler was an awesome badminton player. Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no worries. Moving on. Definitely believe that. But anyway, Making History by Stephen Fry. I haven't finished it yet, but I fully recommend it as far as I am into it.
What's that on? Audible?
Recently. Audible, yeah, but you know, everywhere you can find audiobooks, I think. So yeah, hey, let's jump into news, man. We don't have that much today, but we've got enough that it's interesting. First thing I do want to talk about, though, is that Loki drops this week.
Yes, it does.
First episode of Loki drops on Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday for us or Wednesday for the States?
I don't know. Probably Wednesday for us still, because I think it ends up being like Wednesday 12 o'clock, like midnight for them, which ends up being like 12 p.m. here for us, like in the afternoon or something, or like 4 p.m. in the afternoon or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it drops like Wednesday a.m. for them, but we get it like Wednesday p.m. still. Yeah. So I think it is still Wednesday for us. We'll know when it drops and be like, oh, here we go. And you'll be able to catch the water coolers for it on this very podcast channel that we have. Yeah. Because we'll follow it through because we enjoyed the last two Marvel series, so why not keep with it? And this looks awesome.
This does look really good. Tom Hiddleston is amazing, into this.
Yeah, and seeing like they're trying to ramp up a lot of the stuff with Miss Minutes, they're like this little logo thing. Yeah, like we've seen like a bunch of like what's it called? Paraphernalia that you can buy with this little cartoon bloody clock on it. And they're like, you know, the time guilds fucking thing. Anyway, it's taken off. They want it to be the next Groot. Everything needs to be the next Groot. You know how it is. Marketable, which then became the next Yoda, right?
That's the thing. I don't think many things are going to come close to the child.
No.
They nailed that. Really,
but everything
really
tries
well.
to aim for it. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like we need this now. Like Ghostbusters are doing it with the mini Stay Puffed.
We need to make toys. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's gone full circle, hasn't it? From like Transformers coming out to being nothing but a toy line that became a cartoon.
Well, look at Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
that whole movie was just made to sell toys.
Have you seen they've done Hot Toys for that now?
Oh wow.
Yeah, like super detailed ones. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably think about getting Mr. Freeze.
Oh, I don't think they did him. They just did Batman and Robin. But
how do you not do Mr. Freeze?
That would be amazing.
And have him so he plugs in so the suit lights up.
Oh, dude, you have to message Hot Toys and be like,
it would be ultimate.
you need to get like a
Ultimate.
custom done or something, eh? Because
Oh, that'd be way. I'd rather pay Hot Toys because getting a custom one would be way too expensive. Holy shit!
that's fair, eh?
It'd be super expensive.
Well, mate, like I said, I did mention that old mate Loki is starting up, and the reason why this is in the news for us is that the director has come out and said how they got Owen Wilson.
Mate, they legit had to pitch it to him. He pitched it to him down the phone. Like on the phone. There was no meetings or anything like that. Like he's come across, he's just got, look, you're playing a guy who is a Loki expert. And you have to know everything about him. So he went through and he was like, had to read him all the stuff that's happened with Loki through the past 10 years. And then explain to him what happened in Endgame and the whole time travel thing. And Owen loved it.
Yeah. Well, they say that Owen Wilson's like a writer. Like he's an actor, but he writes a lot.
I'd believe that.
So they said
he's very, very good and very clever.
They said by pitching it to him in this way, it was kind of like, it wasn't so much pitching him an acting job as much as pitching him a job from a writer's point of view.
Yeah.
Of this is the lore behind it and everything like that. And that's what got him excited. Which is
fun
interesting, eh? Hey, I am going to jump across the movie news just real quickly for this one.
You can't do that. You're breaking the concept.
No, I'm doing this. Watch this. We did just get news that Wedding Crashers 2 is in development now.
Why?
I don't know, but I'm not angry about it. I like the first one.
I am, because you know what you should already know what it's going to be.
They're kids?
No.
Well, come on, tell me.
It'll be female.
Yeah.
Did you see where I'm going with this? Everything else has been, so it's going to flop.
I thought it would be their kids.
Nope.
Which, would still probably flop.
It'll be a female-led one, and it'll suck.
But they said it's a sequel, not a reboot.
Okay, so a sequel just means that those guys have to show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
World.
Yeah, like that's it.
They're going to pass on their... Yeah, I don't know. I like the first one. Anyway, that's why I jumped on quickly.
Just worse.
What's that?
It'll be like a Bridesmaid, but worse.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll move on from that then. I was excited. I'll be honest.
Sorry.
It's more. It's just that thing where you're like, I enjoyed the first one, and I would enjoy more of this, but I guess I'm not going to get more of that, am I?
They can't do that movie now.
Yeah.
They just can't. Like, it won't work. It'd be like trying to do Tropic Thunder now. You can't. Because
Will Ferrell's character couldn't work now.
No, well, actors can't be actors anymore.
Funeral Crasher. Yeah.
It just doesn't work. It doesn't work, so...
Look, all right, we'll get back to TV news then. Stay on Marvel and say that Moon Knight is doing an absolute deep dive on the Egyptian mythology around Moon Knight. But, oh man, it's so good to see. Like the amount of work they're putting into it is just, you can see it all in the background of photos they're taking and art they're putting up where it's like, they've done that thing where they've taken a photo of Oscar Isaac, which is cool. But they had like this kind of storyboard stuff behind him of just like what
all different Moon Knight
comics they're taking from. But and then in the top corner, you can see the like research they're doing.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because,
you've got a picture of Ra there.
I'm so keen for this.
That's what it looks like in that top left corner of that picture. It looks like it's a picture of Ra by the look of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's cool. We might get Anubis. That'd be cool.
Mate, but Ra and Anubis are both huge parts of Moon Knight's mythology. So
I'm keen to see Anubis. I love Anubis. I think
great design usually.
The whole concept behind Anubis is awesome as well. That you got to pay your toll to get through. It's like that's cool. I like that. The more you pay, the better you get.
But the amazing thing is that Moon Knight's Egyptian lore is still Marvel Egyptian lore. You know, so there are differences in the mythology that fit with Marvel versus what it actually was. The same when they have the Asgardians or the Greek gods. You know, like it's a Marvelized version of that, which it fits, it works well. But yeah, I'm keen for it always. Hey, we got news from Netflix that Jupiter's Legacy got cancelled.
It got booted. Got booted, mate. See you later.
Like completely scrapped to the point where the actors' contracts got voided. Isn't it amazing that they can do that?
Isn't it amazing that we both had the foresight to not watch it?
Man, and there are people who enjoyed it, you know, and it just didn't grab me for some reason. Like, I've read the comic and I was like, yeah, but I'm not really excited to watch the film.
Everything I kept seeing from it, it's like, this is just meh.
Yeah.
Like, it just looked meh. Even like the visual effects and all that just looked meh.
Hey, I meant to send you a link the other day and I forgot to because I was working at a time when I heard the story on the radio, right? And then I was like, oh, if I find that link, I'll send it to Zevi. But I was working and it just slipped my mind until right this second. So I'm going to take everyone down this rabbit hole, right? I want you to jump in when you say the first thing that came to my head when I heard this news, okay? NASA's just sent a whole heap of earthworms into space to study the effects of muscle deterioration.
Earthworm gym?
Right? That's the first one. Yep, that's right. 100% that's what I thought of. Right? But they also sent a bunch of squid. For some reason.
Why are they doing that? Right? Why are they bringing Watchmen into this? This is not cool. Right? Why?
And the amazing thing about this is, man, is that even the news person, because I was listening to Triple J.
Has Dr. Manhattan taught us nothing?
Triple J is usually pretty well versed in what they're talking about. So this person talking about why they sent the earthworms was like, well, they sent the earthworms because they actually share, like DNA wise, they're very close to their structure as we are, like as humans. So earthworms, if you're studying this certain muscle deterioration, they're the best things to study at an accelerated rate.
Yep.
You know? And he was like, you know, yeah, it makes sense. Send earthworms. And he's like, I don't know why they sent squids.
Yeah, that's right. Oh God, okay, so good thing is we're going to be getting Dr. Manhattan sooner than we thought.
Yeah, just in real life. Yeah,
that's okay as long as he doesn't just go pop us all. We get sick of this. That'd suck.
Oh man, how crazy was that though?
You don't do that.
Why? It's like anytime you hear like people on the news being like, "Oh, we're this close to cloning dinosaurs." Like, why are you working on that? Stop.
Has fiction books taught us nothing?
Yeah. He was so preoccupied with whether you could. You stopped to think about whether you should.
What's that out of? What is that line out of?
Jurassic Park.
I love that line. I never knew what it was out of though.
Yeah, it's Jeff Goldblum in the first Jurassic Park.
That's right, it is too. Yes, it is.
Yeah, man.
Mate, I'm not fully across Jurassic Park like you and your family.
I was just pulling a random quote out of nowhere.
No,
it had context.
I knew, yeah, well, no, I just thought like it might have been something that just sort of leveled in with something else. Well, leveled in with what you were saying that worked.
Yeah. Oh, man. I need a shirt that says that, eh? Anyway.
To be honest, I would have thought you already had one.
Oh, man, I wish. Anyway, Dave season 2. I have no segue for that. But Dave, Little Dickie's Dave.
Great segue, mate. Well done. Great segue.
No, sorry, guys. The reason Sevy's staying away is because I'm sick, apparently, and it's really affecting my brain. Dave, season 2. So Little Dickie's Dave, the first season. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's, it's worth a little bit to watch. You know, it's not like life changing, alter the world kind of stuff, but it's fun. You know, it's on like the Flight of the Conchords level for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it, you know. And season 2 of Dave, it's happening. I didn't know it was happening, so I'm psyched to see that.
It seems like it'd be the same sort of thing as bloody hell, Chris Lilly's shows. Like those sort of take the piss sort of shows, but they're funny, but you don't really need to pay full attention while you're watching it to have a laugh.
Yeah. Same kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, keen for that. Anyway, man, that's all our TV news. We'll jump across to movie news. I wish we'd go with first. Let's go with MI7. Mission Impossible 7
Dun,
has
dun,
halted
dun, dun,
filming.
dun, 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 dun.
Halted filming because they have had a positive COVID test. And the article I shared with you, I lost it laughing when I read it because it literally MI7 halts filming due to positive COVID test. Tom Cruise probably pissed off.
100%. Of course he would be.
He'd be fuming.
The man is a boss when it comes to locking the stuff down from COVID. Like, he has taken every precaution known on this planet.
Getting everyone tested, everyone constantly.
Yeah, like, he is so safe. So how has this happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
That's what I don't
So
understand.
that's probably going to delay its release, you'd think. Surely.
100%.
That's... Anyway. MI7 halts filming. We don't know how long for, but yeah. It should just come sorry, guys.
Let's put it this way. Once this does come out, this is not one of those movies that you'll lose hype for.
No.
Because you know it's going to be huge.
Yeah, keen.
Well, they can delay this as much as they want. It's still going to be massive when it comes out.
Well, while MI7's halts filming, we've been told that Thor has finished filming. And we got told that with a photo of Taika Waititi in his Korg get-up. So with the dots on his face for the motion capture and everything, standing next to...
The big foam head on a stick.
Giant Chris Hemsworth.
Giant arms and torso.
My God, yeah.
Stick legs, giant arms.
Yeah. Well, he was in jeans, so you couldn't see them. But
that's right.
Yeah, and it was shot.
Mate, he's gone full Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That's what that is. That's not Thor anymore. That is not Thor.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Thor was not that big in the last movie. How's he? Because he was fat. So that's his excuse. Is that he's been going to the gym. He's been working out.
That actually tracks.
That does, doesn't it?
Like to be like, he'd be like, just go absolutely harder because he's like, no, I'm going to get serious now and just like
fight everyone.
Yeah, but you believe it. I did read something funny after I saw this that Andy Park put out there. So Andy Park is the concept artist that does all the work for Marvel.
Yeah,
like literally all the concept art for Marvel. He's a really cool page to follow on Instagram or I follow him on Facebook. I don't know if he has an Instagram, so I'm sorry if I let people down the gun path there. But he's on Facebook and he doesn't actually have that many people following him, but it's funny because he puts out so much stuff. And one of the things he did was when Scarlet Witch was first cast, he drew up like this kind of look for her and they went, it's probably a bit too far down the comic book line. And it's ended up being what she's become at the end of WandaVision. So
he's got no idea what he's talking about then.
He's right across it, man. He's so good. But he does all the stuff for them. And he reckons one of the first things he did for Thor, he drew them. And everyone he showed the art to was like, the design's cool, but his arms are way too big. Like, what have you done? Like, Hemsworth's arms aren't that big. Like, why is his arm so big kind of thing? We're never going to find an actor whose arms are this big.
Arnold.
And, they've like fast forward like 15 years kind of thing or 10 years. And he's like, well, he's finally caught up to my concept art.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
He's like, I thought I was just designing costumes, but turns out I'm designing physique as well. But yeah,
that is awesome.
Andy Park, check him out, guys. He's actually really good, like the stuff he shares, because it's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff and like where they could have gone with design, and sometimes where they could have gone ends up being where they go. Like I said with WandaVision, it's interesting. Anyway, that was a bit of a segue. Sorry, not segue, tangent. And that's what we do. But Thor has finished filming, so you'd expect we get a trailer soon. Yeah, that's how it works.
Where's Spider-Man trailer?
I showed you.
You're an idiot. Not funny. You're an idiot.
It's parked in the studio lot. Look, what we did get a tease for yesterday, though, was Batman in The Flash.
Yes, we did.
And they've got that Watchmen feel to it. It's the Watchmen, what was it, 0 Hour? Midnight.
Doomsday Clock.
Midnight. Yeah, Doomsday Clock. That's right.
That's what they're alluding to. The Flash may not be Flashpoint. It could be a
because it
Doomsday
was
Clock run, which is even worse.
because it was the chess piece for the 89 Batman. Is that 89?
But there is a problem with it being. So I can try and pull this apart. I would like to see Flashpoint. I would like to see Doomsday Clock. But what's leading me away from Doomsday Clock is there has been no yet mention of Dr. Manhattan or Supes.
Yeah.
Who are your two big players in Doomsday Clock? You've got... You need Dr.
Cast Supergirl.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, they've done it.
I know they've done it, but don't
so
you
they've
do
got
it.
They've got a Superman stand in there. Fine.
Nah, because it's got to be It's got to be the big DC brooder and fucking Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah,
they're the two that have to go head to head.
So with this tease, just in case anyone hasn't seen it yet, it's the crest at the front. Or
the
not
89 insignia.
The chest piece. Insignia, there you go. With the yellow in the background, obviously.
It's a beautiful looking piece. And
then it's got the blood dripping down the side of it.
Yeah.
So it's very similar to the smiley face.
Now I'm thinking it's very similar to the comedian's button. But I think people are reaching.
Down it.
I think people are reaching for that correlation between them. I think it's just Batman just beat the shit out of a dude.
Look, whether or not it's reaching or not, the similarity is too much. It's like it's the same style drops of blood down the same corner with the yellow back. It's very much. So whether or not it's actually leading to anything, or you could not have done that, designed that, without having that other thought in your head. It's too similar.
I think they might have designed it and then someone's just gone, oh, you know what it actually looks like? Coincidence.
Yeah, and then even then, like...
I think it's got nothing to do with Watchmen. I don't think we'll see anything to do with Watchmen.
But what I'm saying is they might have done it, realised it looked the same, rolled with it anyway to say this is going to create talk.
Yeah, they've gone for clickbait.
You know what I mean?
They've basically done a live action clickbait.
Yeah, pretty much.
When really it means nothing. It just means Batman's had a big night punching on with people and he's got blood on his on his chest.
But people are like going down the line of we're getting a Dr. Manhattan now.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But this was the director who teased this as well. So he's pretty big on the teasers, the director, because he's the one that did the Supergirl casting as well. Andy starts with M. I forgot his name. Anyway, sorry about that.
What's his name? Who's the guy who pulled out of playing Barry's dad? I've lost his name.
Oh yeah,
who also played played Dr. Manhattan.
Did he play Dr. Manhattan?
Yep.
Oh right, I thought he played the comedian.
No, comedian was Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That's right, it was, wasn't it? Oh man, I haven't seen The Watchmen in so long. I have to go back and watch
it. So
it.
maybe he hasn't dropped out. Maybe he's just gone back to another role.
Yeah, they're like
because they're both Zack Snyder.
Well, he said he had other commitments to a different role. So maybe that was it.
That's right. So maybe he signed on. He's going blue again.
Jeez.
That'd be cool.
Oh man, who knows? Anyway, gee, that's interesting, isn't it?
There's your episode title right there, mate. Screwed up back as Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. Manhattan in Flash. We'll figure that out. Anyway, we'll workshop that. I don't know if the Warner Brother execs will let this happen, to be honest. Hey, speaking of the Warner Bros. Execs, they've apparently seen the Batman and they have not liked it.
It's not good, so they say, which means it's probably bloody amazing.
Yeah, don't touch it, guys.
Remember, they said the same thing about BVS.
Yeah,
I love that.
Don't touch it. Release it, guys. Come on.
Just pump it out. Oh, they said the same thing about the Snyder Cut too, and that turned out to be great. So, hey, Warner Brothers, shut up. Just release shit.
The Air Cut, the Suicide Squad, we don't know what that is, but it's got to be better than what we got.
Yes. 100%.
Anyway.
Idiots.
I was seeing that picture earlier of the Hot Wheels
Batmobile. So good.
How good does that look?
Did you buy me that or what?
No, I actually went looking for it.
Unbelievable.
It was
was that mate, yours?
Ryan Unicobe who put that out, said he found it in Target. And I was at a Target.
That was you that took the photo.
No, man, it wasn't me. I was out at Target yesterday and looked for it for you.
I
looked
wish
through
I had
all
told
the
me
Hot
because I
Wheels,
was in
man.
Target today. I would have had a look.
Yeah, I looked through all the. You know what I did find though? I found because that like Batman series kind of thing. I found the Arkham tumbler. So
Oh
like
yeah, not
the army
fan.
camo one. Yeah,
What? No. What?
yeah.
Hang on. What? Actually, the
No, not
Tumbler.
no, not the tumbler. It looked like it was from the Arkham Knight series.
Yeah. That with the. It's sort of a cross between. It's very similar to the BVS
Yeah,
one, the
it's like
Arkham
that
one.
crossed with the tumbler, but it's
Yeah,
like open
it's a
up
bit of
a bit more
yes,
open.
it's a bit of both. Like the
Yeah,
BVS one's more like an F1 car
yeah,
that's armored, and then you've got the Tumbler, and then in between is the Arkham Batmobile.
yeah.
It's
But this
pretty
was
cool,
like
but
army camo, like desert style camo.
right, so they've legit done a rip off of the Tumbler
Kind of, yeah,
because that's how the Tumbler was. Remember,
yeah. Before he like,
it was a desert cam one, and then he's like, "Oh, does
anyway,
it come in black?" Yes,
makes more sense for
it's
that
called
car
a
to be
paint can, you idiot.
yeah. Just a little bit of Raptor spray, you'll be set. Won't even scratch.
Yeah,
Um,
Linex, sponsor us. Shout out.
yeah, I could use some for my toolbox.
Pop culture
Anyway,
news and reviews sponsored by Linex.
yeah, apparently.
Hashtag not sponsored. Don't sue us. We have no money.
Hey, speaking of Adobe execs, we were hoping for ages that they had cast Charlie Hunnam as Green Arrow because it just made sense.
It makes perfect sense. The man looks the part.
We do have rumor, I guess, that that's who they're chasing to be Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat sequel.
I'm keen.
Yeah.
But it would be different because Johnny Cage is very over the top, self-involved. It's sort of everything. I've never seen Hunnam play a character like that.
Mm.
If you know what I mean. Like King Arthur, nothing like that. Jax Teller on Sons of Anarchy, absolutely nothing like that.
Mm.
So it would be funny to take, like, you imagine Jax Teller. Did you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
No.
You didn't watch it at all?
No.
Oh, wow. There
Just
you go.
didn't pique my interest, man. So.
It was very, very good. Like, very, very good. But, so Jax is all about everything for the club. Like, everything for the club's best interest. That's what he is. So it'd be good to see that love that he has for the club, but put it on himself.
Yeah.
And that's what it would be. Like, because Johnny Cage loves himself.
Mm.
More than anyone loves anything. He loves himself. He's the best. Yeah. He knows it. Shut up, everyone else. It's like, that would be cool to see Charlie do that, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd be keen for it.
Definitely. All right, man. What else do we have here? We've got... so apparently... So I haven't seen Cruella yet because I'm not going to pay for it. And by not going to pay for it, I mean it's not going to be on Disney Plus for free in August. I can wait till then.
Yeah.
You know, instead of paying $30 now for a premiere release, I figure I'm already paying $9 a month for Disney Plus anyway.
Just wait.
I'll wait.
Just wait.
I'm cool.
Just wait. Everyone wait.
Well, no, because people are buying it.
Oh no, I can see this because I know where this is going.
It's doing really well, really good numbers. To the point where they're saying they're going to do a Cruella 2. Now, my issue with the idea of a Cruella 2 is that Cruella is a prequel to Cruella becoming Cruella. Isn't Cruella 2 101 Dalmatians?
I think so.
You see what I'm saying?
But I mean,
so are they just going to cram like more story between her kind of origin and her wanting to take puppies? Like,
well, I don't know where it's going to go because I feel like it's just another. It's like, okay, so you've told the first story, cool. Let's leave it at that. Like the Joker, we don't want.
They did the same with that Maleficent or whatever it is.
Yeah, they made another one of them too.
Yeah, they did 2 of those, didn't they?
Was it 2? Yeah, 2.
Yeah, and that did like pretty good numbers as well. Like that's got people are following that, and from what I've seen from Cruella, like it's not only doing good numbers, like money wise, it's really well reviewed. Like not just from critics, but from like people.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen a bad thing about it yet. So, you know, like more power to it. Good on them. I'm a big fan of Emma Stone anyway. I reckon, you know, She's a really
Gwen
good actress.
Stacy.
So, what's that?
Gwen Stacy.
Zombieland.
Let's hope she comes back.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of like spin-offs and stuff, The Quiet Place. So The Quiet Place 2 is doing really good numbers as well, by the way. Still have a chance to watch that.
What's that on?
Movies.
So it's not out for streaming yet?
I don't believe so, no.
Is it coming out for streaming or not?
I'm sure it is, but
when?
It's got like a 3-month window for the movie release first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you've got to go see the movies in the meantime.
I might go see it this weekend, you know what?
Really?
Yeah, I think that was the movie that the missus wanted to see. Mine was going to be Top Gun.
That would make sense. It would be something your missus wanted to see.
But I think that was the one that... Because I really liked the first one as well. Because
I really want to go see this, but my problem is that I don't want to see it with other people around me because I'm going to get angry at them.
Like, why?
If someone coughs or sneezes or
like,
talks or...
Shut up!
You know what I mean? Like, brings their kid for some reason because they do.
Who?
You know?
No one takes their kid to a friggin' thingo like that, do they?
Mate, the amount of people that... Oh, man, I'm going to tangent. I'm so sorry, guys, but
Do
I need
it.
to rant
Go
just,
for it,
just
mate.
for a
Go
second.
for it.
Okay.
Go, son. Go.
I was so excited for Deadpool, right?
Yep.
From the second it got announced to everything, I was championing it, saying this movie's going to be amazing. I'm so psyched for it.
R-rated.
And to the point where I bought tickets for it when they came out, I think a year before, because they did like a pre-release thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, bam. Locked away because it was coming out on Valentine's Day. Right?
Yep.
And I was like, we're going to go see this Valentine's Day. In that time, my partner got pregnant with our first child.
With her first child? You weren't a part of it?
Our first child. He was born, and we realized that it's very hard to leave the house with a newborn. So the very first time we got him babysat by someone was so that we could go to the movies on Valentine's Day and watch Deadpool.
Right? That's 100% fair. That's fair.
That's the first time it ever happened. So we got him babysat for that 2.5 hour window, went to the movies for this, like, you know, we got the La Premiere tickets and stuff, you know, like went all out for it and sat down and people had brought their kids to this movie.
Guys.
I could not believe it.
Who didn't get the memo that it's R-rated? Who missed that memo?
Oh, man. Well, it wasn't R here, I don't think. It was
no, it was MA. That's right, because America are sooks.
Yeah.
Yes,
so it was right. Like MA, but still, it's MA. Like, and there were legit toddlers in this movie theater. Like, I was fuming, man. I'm like, I've waited so long to see this movie, and I have to listen to your kid squeal because someone's just been run over with a Zamboni. Like, oh man, I was
so good.
Like,
so good.
You're about to get run over. Anyway, yeah, that was my little rant. Sorry, guys. I know if you have to take your kids.
What does he say when he punches the chicken? Oh,
yeah, he's like, I'm so conflicted. I don't know whether do I stop hitting you? Do I keep hitting you?
Yeah.
Is it sexist not to hit you?
It's so good.
Oh man, that was such a good movie. Anyway, it didn't ruin it for me because I just like tried to dive in, but it kept pulling me out of the movie every time a kid cried or something, especially because someone actually, it wasn't just a toddler, someone took a very young child, and like parents would know this, like when you have a newborn or something in the house, you become kind of trained to hear their cry. Yeah. So if you're asleep or, you know, anywhere in the house, you hear that cry and you run to them kind of thing, you know? So it would pull me out because this little kid would cry or gurgle or whatever it was doing every time. I'm like, is the kid all right? What's going on? All right, no, back to the movie. I'm like, I shouldn't even care. Like, my kid's being looked after right now, you know, like for the first time ever. Anyway, yeah, that's my story. Sorry, guys, if that was you. Someone's listening to me right about that.
I'm not sorry.
Like,
I'm not
someone's
sorry
listening to this being like, man, I took my kid to the thing on Valentine's Day and that's
I'm not sorry at all. Piss off with your crying kids in public.
In public.
If your kid's crying, go to the car. Go and sit in the car for a little bit, chill out, relax, then come back. Jesus Christ. There's something worse than walking through a shopping centre and you hear a kid squeal. It's like, shut up.
Oh man, you're gonna have a hard life when you have kids.
No, because it's okay because it's my kid.
Yeah.
You can't go and tell people's kids to shut up and stop crying.
You just get asked to leave the store.
Yeah, it's like, I was going anyway because he's giving me a headache.
Oh man, people listening to this be like, well, we can really tell who the parent is here.
That's right.
Anyway, let's keep going through the news here. Where'd we get to that? That was Deadpool, something to do with Quiet Place spin-off. Yeah, so Quiet Place is getting a spin-off, so that's going to be a Quiet Place.
How did we get to there?
3, because I'd hate to watch this movie with a crying kid in the audience.
That's right.
Yeah, I found my way back.
Yeah.
Anyway, Quiet Place is getting a 3rd installment.
Why? Why?
You know what I saw actually and I shouldn't have clicked it because I haven't seen the movie, but I did anyway. And it's this really cool like breakdown of the John Krasinski's done.
The opening scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I have seen it. I'm like, no, I'll wait till I've seen the movie first because I'm not an idiot. Clearly, one of us are an idiot.
Yeah. I did it with Extraction too, remember?
Extraction.
Yeah, they showed how they did that one shot of the car scene.
Oh yeah, but that was sort of everywhere though. Because that was such a big thing that you had the director sitting on the bonnet of the car while it was racing through the streets. Which
was awesome.
That was huge.
But what's cool is that he's kind of done not the same thing, but it's one shot. And he showed how he did the one shot. It's really cool. Anyway, save that somewhere for when you watch the movie because it is really cool. What else do we have here? Donnie Yen. I want to jump to that.
Oh, I am excited.
I'll let you take the lead on this then. What's Donnie Yen doing?
Donnie Yen, he is coming to John Wick 4.
Oh, mate, for people who don't know Donnie Yen, Rogue One, I'm one with the Force is one with me. Playing the blind guy who just walks through and whips everyone. Oh, so good. What else has he done?
I knew you were going to do that to me. IP man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because he's done all the IP. I think they're up to 4.
Yeah.
4 IP mans. He was also in Milan as well.
Mm.
For anyone who's saying, but he's done I was going to say a shitload. He's done a heap of Chinese movies. Like, if you're into Chinese movies, Donnie Yen is your man. Because the man can brawl.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not even brawl. Like he is a martial artist. Yeah. He is brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely keen to see what he does in John Wick because if that's the way they're going, my God, like
those IP man, watch them.
Yeah,
you'll see some insane wire work and stuff in them. Because Chinese cinema, they go nuts.
Yeah, and they don't care so much about making it look like gravity is working a lot of the time. They're like, stuff it, just go for it.
Yeah.
They also cast Shamir Anderson, who I haven't been watching Winona Earp, but
Winona Earp.
Yeah.
That's getting good. It's getting good. Is it Winona?
Yeah, Winona.
Yeah, Winona Earp.
Winona?
Apparently it's getting good. It's getting good. People love it. It's got a little cult following.
It's been around since 2016.
Yeah, like it's got a cult following.
It's done a fair few years.
It's one of those things that I've seen I think it's on Netflix. I've seen it, and I've been going, I might give it a shot, but then I end up finding something else.
Well, I just watched a movie with him in it, actually. And a really good movie, by the way. It's called Stowaway with Toni Collette and Anna Kendrick as well, about the mission to Mars.
Oh, the space one.
Yeah, they've had someone stow away on the ship.
They've only got enough oxygen ration. Yeah.
And they've got to decide essentially that they have to kill someone.
Yeah.
To make it. It's a really good film, by the way.
Guys. Well, you kill the least. I feel like you just kill the least experienced. It's not hard.
Yeah, and like one of them's already like struggling as well.
That's not weakest link. Get rid of it. Bye.
Yeah. But then there's like, anyway, it's a really good film, and he was He was amazing in it as well. So Shamir Anderson in John Wick 4 as well, which we're keen for, right? I'm keen
for John Wick 4.
Especially now Donnie Yen's in it.
100%.
Absolutely keen for that. Speaking of casting news, we got news that Issa Rae is going to be Issa Rae.
Who's that?
She's I don't know much that she's been in, to be honest. I have seen her credits, and there wasn't much that really came up for me. Like Orange is the New Black, I didn't watch. I'm sorry, guys.
I haven't seen it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, so The Lovebirds, Awkward Black Girl. She's just been cast as the voice of Spider-Woman, so Jessica Drew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in Into the Spider-Verse 2. So keen for that.
Is Jake Johnson back?
Yeah, I believe so.
Hope so.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, actually. I really hope so.
He was the best part of that whole movie.
He was. I also liked Hayley Steinfeld.
Nick Cage.
She was really good too. Nick Cage as well. Mate, they were all good. What's his name? Spider-Ham. Oh, so good. John Mulaney. Yeah.
A gifted SNL writer.
They were all amazing, man. Like that wasn't there was no weak links to that movie.
I think John Mulaney was the one who kept setting up Bill Hader on SNL. Did he? I think he's the one that wrote like Stefan's lines.
Oh man.
So Bill had never seen them before, and I think if I could be totally wrong, I might be giving the wrong writer their dues here, but yeah, I think it was John Mulaney was the writer for it. Oh,
yeah.
Because everyone is a writer. Like most of the actors on there are writers as well.
Mm. So and there's so many people who got their start in the SNL room and then
it's insane.
Worked through. Yeah.
Insane.
It's absolutely nuts. But yeah. Hey, there is a couple of things here. But one last thing I want to touch on for casting is we talked about Infinite the other day. Because you with the trailer up and everything, and we're like, this looks really good. Marky Mark being reincarnated looks amazing. What I didn't know is that Dylan O'Brien is in this film.
Yeah, I didn't know it either.
And
apparently he was the one driving the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and what's hilarious is that, because I looked it up after and I was like, oh, wow, like there's casting news saying Dylan O'Brien's filming this and everything, and we love Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
He's in, I'm pretty sure, our highest rated movie from last year. If you haven't seen it, by the way, guys, go check out Love and Monsters. It's now available on Amazon and everything like that.
And the funny thing about that, it was a movie that came out of nowhere.
Mm.
Like, literally, we had heard nothing about it, and then bam, it's there, and it's like, oh, hang on a minute. We've got a trailer for a movie that we didn't even know about.
Yeah. But anyway, Dylan O'Brien is in Infinite, which gives me more reasons to watch Infinite now. I was already wanting to watch it, but I was like, yeah, okay, I'm sure I'll watch it, but I'll definitely watch it now Dylan O'Brien's in it because this guy's awesome. What's funny is that someone else has obviously gone the other way and they've seen the casting news and they're not seen him in the trailer and gotten on Twitter being like, hey, where's Dylan O'Brien? Like, why wasn't Dylan O'Brien in this? And they've had someone reply to them and say, he's in the Ferrari. And that's all they've said.
He's driving the Ferrari.
Yeah, he's in the Ferrari. And then they've replied back to this person being like, yeah, but like that was shot really dark. That could be anyone. Have you
seen Six Underground?
Yeah.
With James Franco?
Yeah.
He could be that sort of part. He's
Dave Franco.
That's what I said, Dave Franco, isn't it?
I thought you said James.
No, Dave.
All right, yeah, anyway, Dave. I hope it's
how he dies straight away. It's like that's probably Dylan O'Brien's character. He's going to die straight away.
I was like, oh, yes, Dave Franco's in this.
Oh, Dave Franco's not in this. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Dave Franco's in that. Oh, a forklift's in him. Anyway, they then reply to this dude who said he's in the Ferrari saying, to be fair, I don't think anyone could make out who's in the Ferrari. Everything happened so quick, it's from a distance. We don't know who's in there kind of thing. To which they said, yeah, but the person who's told you he's in the Ferrari wrote the movie.
So, yeah, he knows who's driving.
That's like my favorite thing about Twitter, man, is when people reply to someone who they don't realize who they are. you know, like you get people trying to explain physics to astrophysicists and shit. Like you're like, oh man, just
it's like people trying to out argue Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's like it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Why are you trying? Just stop.
Oh man, look, last bit of news we'll finish on here is it's not going to be a trailer reaction, but the trailer has dropped for a new horror film called Demonic.
Oh yeah, cool.
The reason we're mentioning this is because it's directed by Neil Blomkamp, who directed District 9.
District 9, yes. We love that.
And anyone, I love it. So yeah, anyone who knows that could know that that's going to be a decent movie to check out because the direction could be amazing. Hey man, I reckon that's all the news we have for today. What
that's it. That is it. It's a shorter one than usual. We are sorry, but
short, sharp, sexy. Let's move on.
Yes.
Cheers for joining us, guys.
Bye.
Bye.